Okay, welcome back everyone to another special episode of Yoda's Hut. I'm Bill. I go by Yoda Man on the boards, and I am joined as usual by Derek. Hey Derek, how's it going tonight?
Doing pretty good.
Okay, so in this match we've got another game between Derek and Mitch 2480 from the boards up in the Great Pacific Northwest at Rainy Day Games in Beaverton, Oregon. Um, Derek is on the right in this game. He's playing a Sith affiliated deck. He's got two Emperor's Web, two Reawakening, two Dark Lord of the Sith, two Encounter at Stygian Prime, and two Power of the Dark Side. And Mitch has a Jedi Smuggler deck. He's got Jedi affiliation with two May the Force be with you, one Hero's Journey, two Wookiee Life Debt, two Asteroid Sanctuary, two Match for a Good Blaster, and one Last Warrior. That's the new Zeb pod. So Derek, obviously, you're playing a deck you created, and you can give us some insight on that. And I guess you might also tell us what you think about Mitch's deck as we get going here.
Well, since I've known Mitch, he's played Jedi Wookiees. He's whooped me with them a few times in the past. In fact, I think that's what he was playing the first time I ever played against him, which was in a store championship like 3 years ago or
Oh
something
wow.
that he ended up winning. uh, my deck is has nothing brand new in it. I built this one right when Galactic Ambitions came out, and I've probably played 30 games with it or so, and it's almost always does really well. So yeah, I haven't had any reason to change it, and there's not really any pods in there I want to pull out. So
Yeah, looks like you got a great flop there too. You got Power of the Dark Side, Dark Lord of the Sith, and Reawakening. And Mitch started with a pretty good flop too, with May the Force be with you, Wookiee Life Debt, and Asteroid Sanctuary. So I don't think either one of you would be too disappointed with what you saw there.
yeah, Reawakening and Dark Lord are the two I always want. I kind of prefer Emperor's Web over Power of the Dark Side most of the time, it seems, with this deck, but I'm happy with either one.
Yeah, and you got to play the Inquisitor first turn. Looks like you used his reaction to draw a card and then discard a card. And going to commit the Inquisitor of the Force, take balance, and trigger Reawakening. So you get to look at the top two cards of either player's deck and discard one of them. And you're choosing to discard one of Mitch's. I can't blame you for that. And looks like you got a Han. That's a pretty good
Yeah,
trade off there.
I was pretty happy to do that.
Yep.
I have uncanny luck with Reawakening. Every time I trigger it on my opponent's deck, I always find at least one good card.
Yeah.
So I think it's just too often it works for me. That's why I'm never willing to pull that out of my decks. I have some of my friends use something similar to this, but they use like one Reawakening in their deck, and I just want that location.
Right. I think if you want both of them, or I think if you're going to play it, you want both of them personally to try to really take advantage of what it can do. All right, so Mitch played a Dagobah Training Grounds and also Freelance Slicer from the Zeb set, which lets you look at the top card, and if it's an enhancement, you can put it into play, enhancing a eligible unit or just your play area if it's something you can just put out with that type of enhancement. I think you used Inquisitor again, if I see it right, and you're using Telekinetic Strike there.
Yeah,
Did you
that
do
was
that?
actually just stupidity because I forgot I had Dark Lord of the Sith out there, which Mitch reminds me here and lets me take it back.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess you could use it if you want to and put three focus tokens on him, but yeah, I guess he's gonna
Yeah, it's
just
kind
take
of
the one from
pointless.
Dark Lord of the Sith, which that's why you control three or sort more Sith objectives. Your opponent has to put a focus token on a non-vehicle unit at the start of their conflict phase. So he didn't get a very good start out there with a couple units to try to have something absorb that, and you just discarded a trust your feelings with Reawakening. So
Well, that's good considering the guy he's got out there on the table,
yeah, and Dial
being
goes
able to
to
put that
three.
into play for free.
Yeah, Dial goes to three. And I think you forgot to take a token off. There it goes.
Yep. So this was I remember a very unusual game for this deck. If you see there, yeah, how often do you discard a Palpatine?
Yeah, that's pretty
Uh,
crazy. I mean, I'd
the
want to
the
save them just for
reason
Edge if I
being
needed to.
The reason being, I know right now, I remember I have at least one more Palpatine in my hand, if not two. I,
Gotcha.
I remember, I think by the time, like the maybe it was even the second turn, but I know at least by the third turn, I had drawn all four of my Palpatines.
Wow.
And not having any resource, that didn't do so good. I had edge for days, but I couldn't do I couldn't
Right.
play any units.
Yeah, that's a rough thing there. And your deck has a decent amount of resources, so I guess you just were kind of
Well,
unlucky with what you're getting there.
not it doesn't have a lot, and that's the one criticism I've got over it, but there's so many good cards, even the cheap chuds are all decent. It's never really been a problem. I think this was the first game I really felt like I just needed to get resources.
Right.
But because I was drawing like there, I discarded the telekinetic strike. If I remember right, I think I had both of them in my hand at that point, and I've still got at least one, if not two, emperors in my hand right now.
And so,
So it's like, what do you discard? You know?
yeah, it looks like Mitch just bamboozled from the freelance slicer on over to your Inquisitor there. But you're going to still get to keep balance, so you're going to get to trigger Reawakening and possibly get rid of something else good from him. And it looks like you discarded a Nudge. That's good.
That was probably
Keep him
that
from
was.
speeding up the game or
I
slowing down the
remember.
game.
Yeah, that was sheer stupidity. Actually, I forgot he had the guy there that he could just put that Cloud City
Oh,
transporters to play for free. I should have discarded that.
yeah, that's true.
Oh
He figured
well.
he might as well look, but so now you've only got the Sith Warrior to defend. Now he does have a black gun, white gun, and shielding, so that's not bad. But it's kind of a shame your Inquisitor got locked down.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but he doesn't have any real blast on the table right either, but he does have a ton of resources.
Right. Yeah, I
So
mean,
who
he's got the
knows?
blast from the freelance guy, but without another unit, he can't do much. And there's Falcon. That's pretty good.
That'll be a problem.
Yeah.
The one good thing is I do have Inquisitor's lightsaber on him, so I can if I can get him into combat, I can take care of Falcon.
Right.
Or force the immediate bounce, in which case then I can just use the focus token on whatever he puts into play.
Yeah.
There, I remember he was just flipping resources into play with that stupid little chud left and right. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I don't think he paid for a resource this game.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good draws on his part then.
I think he paid for the first one, and the rest just came into play for free.
It looks like he's swinging with Falcon. You're going to use Inquisitor, I can see. And
It's
trying to see what you can fish there and discard Arden and put her into play. That's a pretty good deal.
Yep, and then block with Arden.
Yeah, so if you
I
can
love
win an
doing
edge
that.
battle here.
I love just dropping her as a defender when they're not expecting it with the
Right.
Inquisitor.
And you said you have probably a Palpatine in your hand. Now he's got edge
Hmm.
one with Falcon, and he probably had a twist, didn't he? He
Yeah,
twisted
that's
a
it.
Visage. That wasn't. Would have been nice if he got Visage to go off, but you still have good
Yeah,
edge cards from what you've said.
yeah. I think this is probably a Palp if I remember right.
And he
Yep.
has another twist. Wow, he twisted a Palpatine. If you've got a third Palpatine in your hand, I guess now's the time to play it because he's probably not expecting to see another one.
Yeah, I remember the thing at one point in this deck. I was holding like 3 cards in my hand, and I think they were a total of 14 pips. It was like 2
Wow.
Palps and an Arden. And the thing is here, I'm trying to save Arden, but if I'm not even going to kill Falcon. He's just going to bounce away even if I win this edge.
Right, but you're trying to keep Arden alive, which I
Yeah.
assume you'd want to do as long as you can.
Yeah.
So he looks like Mitch is trying to decide if he really wants to put something down. You can pretty rest assured that he's probably gonna not put everything in because he might have a unit he'd want to put in with Falcon. So
Yeah, he can, even if he loses edge, he can just fly away and put in the other unit. So he's not really scared of Arden. It's just whether or not he gets to kill Arden.
right, unless he honestly doesn't have any units to drop in.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's a matter, are you going to go all in or not, or keep your last card for a potential second battle?
Part of it is I just need to draw better cards.
Right. Yeah, so you may want to just pitch this, because if it's Palpatine, you can't play him anyway, so
Yeah.
you're going to force Mitch's hand here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he's got, let's see, he's got a
Looks like
Seed and let the Wookiee win, and you had 4 and he has 4, so you're going to win that edge battle, and I guess he'd bounce back and put in Yoda. That's not too bad.
Yeah, see, that was 2 of my Palpatines, so I bet you it's after next turn, this next draw, when I draw 6 cards, if I remember right, I draw Arden and both my other Palps.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, oh, geez, what the hell is this, you know? is not going well at that point.
Yeah, I think if I had been, I'm not sure how you played your turn, but did you, maybe you just drew the Royal Guard or something. I guess you weren't drawing enough chuds to even try to get out on your turn.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I played the turn before. Uh, I think I
Yeah,
think I might have gotten. I think I got the Royal Guard when I drew and put Arden into play. She was already in my hand, so I got him in the draw that turn right before he attacked, and then I ended up after he twisted me away twice. I ended up having to pitch it to win that edge.
yeah. So it looks like you're blocking with the Sith Warrior, and Yoda's got enough guns to take it out, but you're putting a shield on Dark Lord of the Sith, and I guess you're sort of forcing his hand that if he doesn't, if he wants to not have Yoda take any damage, he's got to pitch Falcon.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought,
Yeah,
and that and
and
basically
he
I'm
did.
yeah. Otherwise, Falcon's gonna do all kinds of damage to me.
Right.
So he that I mean I lose that one guy, but I save some damage, and I because he's just gonna focus Arden.
Right. Right. So the dial will go to 4 since he committed Yoda and cleared him off with May the Force be with you. And
Yeah,
he took balance, so you're not going to be able to trigger reawakening here unless you got a way to focus Yoda down.
yeah. Because now also there's now he's got virtually no edge hand. He's got one card that he got for winning that edge battle. So I was
Right.
figuring, all right, if now I should be in decent shape as long as I draw something, and then I drew like I think I can see I can't see what's in my hand, but I think this is when I drew the all the extra crap, and I'm like, geez, what is this?
Right.
It's the
So,
first time the deck really just failed me. I didn't even see Vader at this point, even though I couldn't have played him, but it was like all the Palps, all the Ardens. I got the Inquisitor, which is great, and it was the weirdest draw.
yeah, I mean, the only thing I guess you could have really done, or if you drew Vader's meditation chamber, you could have potentially played him, but
Mm.
and you just got rid of an Echoes.
Yeah, with see there I finally got a resource.
Yeah, is that Vader's meditation chambers, or is that Sith
No,
library?
that's
That's Sith library.
Sith Library, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
A Royal Guard
actually,
champion, you had to pay for him. Ugh.
yeah, I think I can tell by my body language I'm a bit frustrated here
That
with
is
this draw.
that is not what you really want to do, Derek. When you have
Not
to
when
pay for it the hard way.
this is my chance to attack and or lock some stuff down, and oh boy, I got bones. Oh
Yeah.
boy, I got a guard champion that I played for the hard way.
Yeah. But at least you got to play bones, so you got some cards out of your hand to hopefully recycle. You did get the resource this time, so
Yeah,
that's
I've got 3 cards in my hand. I think this is what I was talking to you about. I think those 3 are 2 Palps and an Arden right now.
yeah.
So that was not the hand I was hoping to draw.
Right, you'd almost be better off if you could get Arden killed somehow and then drop the other one in with Inquisitor.
Yeah, but Arden's freaking locked down right
Right.
now. It's like I can't even attack because he's just going to focus Arden again and she's going to stay locked down.
Right. So, well, I can't imagine you'd attack here, like you said. I mean,
No, I've got nothing to gain. I don't even have a blast. He'll just let it go through.
right. Well, you could
Uh,
get Force back with the Royal Guard, and then you could use Reawakening and try to get rid of some stuff, but you'd be all
uh,
locked down, and that's probably not a good
yeah, then
idea.
Yoda's going to come put a third tactics on
Yeah.
Inquisitor at the very least, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're probably just better off standing pat and then letting him get the damage. He's going to try to use a freelance slicer.
Yeah, well, especially with my with that edge hand I got, I'm fine with him attacking me.
Right.
But
So
I'm
he
still
threw
just
another one on Dark Lord of the Sith, not surprisingly.
yeah. I'm also a meditation chamber away from dropping Palpatine next turn, and that would
Exactly.
be a game changer.
Yeah, like I said, so your deck should have 6 resources. I mean, that's not.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty standard. You know, you've got the
Yeah, there
Sith
you can see
libraries in
that.
each Palpatines. You've got the 2 meditation chambers. Now, granted, those are unique, so you can only play one of them. But still, I mean,
Yeah,
it'd
it's
be free right now, so who cares?
I kind of wish the deck had maybe one more resource, but most of the time it's not a problem because I go through
Yeah.
my events and my stuff quick enough to where I usually get Palpatine into play.
Right.
So this was the first game I really felt like I was resource screwed
Yeah,
out of 30 times of playing this deck.
I mean, I don't know what you'd take out because I think you want everything that's in there. I mean,
Exactly.
so
Yeah, I
I
have
guess short of maybe taking, I guess you could take one Palpatine out, maybe put an Executor, so if you got the Holocron, you could get Palpatine,
yeah,
but
but
I'm
that's
not
a
sure
one.
it's worth it.
Yeah, the Holocron's a one-time thing, and
Right.
I'm losing a library to do it.
Yeah.
My buddy's version has the same deck, but he runs one less Reawakening, and he runs a Mara.
Yeah. Well, I could see Mara being good. But then you're not getting the full effect from Reawakening. So it's kind of like,
Exactly, you only get one, and that's the
yeah,
thing with the. I love having 4 of those given to your angers, especially
right.
when you can play them for free with the web out there.
Right, right,
And also because you don't have core Vader, so you only got the 2 chokes from the core Palpatine.
right. All right, so Mitch just played a Wookiee Warrior, which is going to be helpful with Wookiee Life Dead out. You're going to have a harder time taking out Yoda, even though you
Yes,
had 3 guns
thinking
with the
Wookiees.
Inquisitor potentially. So,
Yes.
and all it does is make the Wookiee mad.
Yep.
And he's more powerful. Yeah, I've always been a big fan of the Wookiees, to be honest with you. So
I have 2. I
I
just
like to
never
see
find
him.
a deck that I like playing them in.
Yeah.
There's always other stuff I like playing them in.
Yep, and he's
Uh,
played Luke here, and he's kept a couple resources open. I guess make you skeptical he has bamboozle again or something.
yeah. Mitch has a habit of having just the right cards against me at just the right time, it seems.
Yeah.
That's kind of our history. He tends to hold over me, at least in tournament play.
All right, so I guess he's probably going to conflict, and you'll get to trigger Dark Lord, and of course he's going to focus that freelance slicer. He's just kind of sitting there minding his own business right now.
Yeah, he's not coming in anytime soon.
Yeah, you really are
I'm
not
not in
in
a
a.
good spot.
No, I mean, I guess you could. I guess it's going to depend on what he attacks. I mean, he's sort of. I would assume he'll want to make a run at Bones, but I guess you don't have very much offensive firepower out there. He could kind of absorb the damage if he doesn't really want to attack Power of the Dark Side
Hmm.
to try to get Dark Lord of the Sith out, just so he doesn't have to worry about focusing things still, or try to get a
I
bunch of damage on Reawakening because it can be so annoying.
Yeah, I don't remember what he attacks with here. I do remember because I've got the Inquisitor's lightsaber on there, so that you can't move damage.
Oh yeah, that's
Or
true. Yes,
prevent damage. I think I know I have the 3rd gun, but I think I've forgotten that he can't redirect to the Wookiee at this point.
yeah. I think I forgot that too. You just said that too. That the damage can't be
Yeah,
reassigned
so
if it's in.
because it looks like he's going in with Yoda, and I remember thinking I can block, but I'm not going to kill him.
Right.
Although, well, if I want edge, I would.
Well, yeah, you
Um,
would now because if you can't protect, but of course you have
yeah,
to be skeptical of a seeds or a bamboozle, like keeping you from attacking with the Inquisitor.
yeah. But then again, like I said, I've got 14 edge pips in my hand right now.
Right. And he did play
uh,
one seeds already, and he's played
yeah.
one bamboozle already, but he did keep those 2 resources curiously open.
Hmm.
So he's swinging with Yoda, Power of the Dark Side. It looks like you might be thinking about blocking. I can't tell if you pushed it forward or not.
Yeah, I did.
You
I
did.
blocked with Inquisitor.
Yeah.
So
Taking your chances.
yeah, I seem to remember. No, yeah, I did kill him.
Right.
I didn't remember killing Yoda, huh?
All right, so you
Oh,
killed.
I know what it is. Yeah. He had a Seek in his hand. That's what he was
All right,
waiting.
so
He
the
sacked
dial go to.
Yoda.
Yeah, so the dial go to 5. So it's almost like he didn't care you killed Yoda because now he's gonna
Yeah, because
lock down
that
Inquisitor.
exactly. Now Yoda can swing again.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember thinking bamboozle, and I'm like, what else? And when he just let Yoda die, I'm like, oh, you got another Seek, don't you? And he, yeah, played it immediately right then. So, good times.
Oh well. Well, at least you
And
got
now,
rid of one of the Yodas, and if you can get rid of the other one now, you'll be
yeah,
in good shape. Problem is, he's probably going to lock down the Inquisitor now.
yeah, that's what I would do in his position because
Yeah.
now I don't have the. Uh, I wonder why he drew a card from that because he did not win Edge there.
Maybe he swung at something and you didn't defend. I
No, because
bet that's
I just killed Yoda and he just pointed toward Inquisitor or toward the Falcon's location there and drew a card.
right. That looks like he swung at Dark Lord with
Oh,
Yoda and you
maybe it
didn't
was. Yeah,
defend
maybe that was next attack.
because it's kind of pointless for you to defend at that point.
I'll just make the Wookiee bigger.
Right.
Oh,
You discarded another Inquisitor lightsaber.
yeah,
Too bad Darkseid doesn't have a version of Bamboozle.
yeah. Well, they do. It's called Marth Duel.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so he's committed Yoda and the Wookiee warrior, took balance back, freed Luke up, Dial went to 6. You discarded your other Arden.
Yeah, I kept the two Palps just on the off chance I get to play one of them, and Arden again is not, he's out there
Right.
already. So right now at this point, I'm probably thinking, where the hell is my Vader? I get this little Stygian guard, he ain't gonna help me in this scenario.
Yeah, well. Yeah,
I did
probably
get another
unlikely.
live right there. So now I've got my 6 resources.
Right, so you want to hold on to at least one of those Palpatines.
Yeah, I've played one of each, so I have one of each in my hand still, so I can kind of pick and choose. I think I would want the one that removes force tokens at this point. I haven't even gotten any events gone.
Right. And unless you drew a Vader too, that would be helpful, but
Yeah, that would be great
if you
right
didn't
now.
draw Vader, you don't really have many options here that would be big units because basically you got all those Palpatines, the Vaders, Arden, and Inquisitor. You already got Inquisitor and Arden out.
Yeah, and the problem is I can't really attack or do anything because it's just going to make the Wookiee stronger and it's not going to kill anything.
Yeah.
So I need to be able to wake up the Inquisitor, so I really need to get my other Palp out there.
And I assume he'll just take out Dark Lord just so he doesn't have to worry about it if he keeps balance here.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Especially since I can't seem to get Force back and make use of Reawakening.
Right, yeah, because Reawakening is doing him no harm right now, and Power of the Dark Side, the only real problem is Bones being on it, but...
Yeah, I think I just changed the way I paid for my Sith library there because I think I was at that point figuring out I was just not going to be able to attack and I was going to lose Power of the Dark Side. So, might as well use it for something.
So maybe you got some events you could at least take something out, like a Force Lightning or something.
If I remember right, I think I've got like 2 copies of Given to Your Anger in my hand right now.
Okay.
So, there's another date. See what I mean with these stupid resources?
Yeah, so you got another Cloud City guest for resources for days.
Yeah, and he's getting them all for free.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yep.
It's hard to fault him for that, and he's going to use the balance damage and take out Dark Lord, so that's his first objective there with the dial at 6. And
yeah, is it at 6 or is it just at 4? I don't think I've done. I never really kept
it was at
it.
4. He used Yoda, seek Yoda to get it to 5 on his turn and went up to 6. Yeah,
that's right. He seeked Yoda twice.
Yeah,
didn't he?
Well, you kept balance the first time, so it went from 1 to 3.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. So I'm at 6. So all I got to do is attack and do 15 damage.
Right, that's it. No problem with your deck that really doesn't have a ton of offensive stuff. I mean, you need Vader basically.
Yeah, this you actually played this exact deck in one of the very first episodes of the Yoda's Hut.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I remember it was against like a capital ship deck that you just sat there and they couldn't get through.
Right. And he just put on that improvised defenses on the Wookiee life debt, so it gave it +1 damage capacity. And now he's played Zeb. So Zeb's got the one black gun, two black blasts, and he's got targeted strike, and he can get an extra gun unless your dark side player chooses to discard a card to cancel it.
hmm Yeah, he's got a couple targeted strikers out there now,
Yeah.
and he's got the Wookiee to be able to eat damage and get bigger. So he's getting pretty close to just being able to run me over here at this rate.
Yeah, because you don't have any tactics to try to help slow things down here, except for the
Yeah, all I
Inquisitor
got's
one.
the Inquisitor. I really need to get the Emperor out there.
Right.
Um,
And really, I don't know how, if he wants to take out the Inquisitor just to get rid of him, I don't see how you're going to stop it. So, what'd he do? Did he give that blaster
I
thing?
couldn't
It
see.
must be the blaster on Zeb. So, Zeb's got an extra gun now, too.
Yeah, I can't make it up. That sounds about right.
But,
It might have been the same. Yeah, the weapon from Zeb's set.
right. The thing is, with Wookiee Life Debt, you can't kill Zeb and Luke, and he's got 3 guns, so he could take out the Inquisitor. Unless you have a
Yeah,
trick to slow one of them down. like a
actually, I think that's the gun he put on Zeb from Han's set, where you can discard it to cancel an effect.
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking the Zeb's cannon, that he can play from the discard pile, but I think it's the gun that's on him
Yeah, I
right
think
now.
it's the gun from handset, the D60, whatever,
Yeah,
70 or blaster or 10 blaster. I don't
yeah,
remember
I
what
have no
number it is off
idea
the top
what
of my
it's called.
head. Right. So I gotta think. Well, Mitch has a
Yeah, I mean,
couple options here, but
I still have 5 cards. I still have good edge cards, but yeah, he's in pretty good shape here.
right, unless you have like another telekinetic strike, which I think he pitched both of them, or you
I
happen to
think
have a
they. Uh,
visage. Yeah, I mean, if you have a visage, you might be able to lock something down before it strikes. But
hmm
I think if I'm Mitch, I swing with Yoda at something.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Probably at
Um,
Power of the Dark Side.
and I think whatever I block with, he probably tactics the other guy and then goes in with both his targeted strikes.
Right,
So
right.
that's what I would do.
Yeah,
And the only other option is if I don't block anything, and then in which case he tactics Arden probably, and then the guard doesn't have enough to kill anything by himself anyway.
right. Well, certainly not with Wookiee Life Debt out and that Wookiee on the table.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, your best hope is like he swings with Yoda and you have a Force Lightning just to get rid of Yoda. Or I guess if you
Yeah.
have something to maybe get rid of Luke or Zeb to get rid of that targeted strike after he uses it.
Yeah, I mean, I am sitting on still having 5 resources over there.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I got 2 given to your angers in my hand, but he's got the Wookiee out there, and I'm just sitting here trying to figure out if I can, what can I blow up, what can I hit.
Right. And you do still have the Inquisitor that you could trigger his reaction to maybe potentially draw into something else too.
Yeah, I can't remember what the 5th card is, but I'm pretty sure I've got 2 Palpatines and 2 given to your angers in my hand. I don't know what the other card is.
Yeah. Visage would be ideal.
Yeah, I don't. I think I was hoping for that other visage, and I don't remember it coming. It looks like he's adding Zeb to the equation as well here.
That's interesting.
Well, by doing that, he could just kill the guard if I block with, say, Arden for his
Right.
only.
Yeah, but I would think you want to take out the Inquisitor because if he's, just to get rid of it.
hmm It depends if he's got more tricks in his hand too.
That's true.
He
Yeah,
may actually take out the Inquisitor because Yoda can easily handle both guys if he wins Edge.
that's true.
He just kills one, tactics the other. And I'm not going to be able to kill either of those guys because the damage is going to go on to the Wookiee.
Yeah. So you're gonna block with Arden, I guess force him to do this. Because all you're gonna end up doing is making the Wookiee mad.
Yeah, but if I make the Wookiee mad and I block with the guard, I could kill it. So I think
Yeah,
it really depends on, can I flip good with my events? If I with the
right.
given to your angers, can I get rid of that stupid Wookiee and then maybe start worrying about the other stuff?
Yeah, the problem
Because if I
is you're not gonna kill Yoda, so unless you have Visage in there to stop Yoda from
well,
striking.
I can. I
He
can
could,
swing first by winning edge with Palpatine,
right.
which I did. So
And he played the
now if
bow
I can,
rifle, which he could pull back now if he needs to.
yeah, of course. But the thing is, now I have. I think here I'm trying giving you your ring. I'm trying to get rid of the Wookiee, and then
Uh,
so that Arden can kill Yoda.
all right, so you do give into your anger and flip
So I
two.
got two. That's not enough to kill him. I was hoping for three, but I'm going to try again.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that should hopefully get rid of him, and it
So that
did.
gets rid of him, and then now Arden can kill Yoda.
Yeah, so those two given your anger certainly came in handy there, so you don't have to worry about the
Hmm.
tactics. Now,
Yeah.
Zeb's got two guns though, so he could just take out your guard.
Yeah, oh, he's got two, and if he gets three, if I don't discard a card at random, in which
Right,
case he could take out the Inquisitor.
right.
So now I've got two cards in hand. I think one of them Palpatine. I don't remember what the other one is still,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna have to pitch one at random or probably lose the Inquisitor.
yeah. See, I think here you take out that guard if I'm Mitch, and then you got free reign to swing with Yoda and the freelance slicer. You're gonna get 4 damage on something.
Well, yeah, but I think he wants to kill the Inquisitor is what he wants to do.
Yeah, but you're gonna get
And
Inquisitor close to dead.
yeah, but if he kills the if I pitch a card to keep him from killing the Inquisitor, then I'm down, another edge card.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think no matter how he does it, I don't think I come out ahead.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to decide whether or not to risk pitching a card because now I finally can play my Palpatine.
Right. So I guess, well, yeah, he could just bring the boat rifle back and kill the Inquisitor, like you said.
Yeah,
And then Luke could take out the guard if he needed to. So you'd only have Arden left on the board.
yeah. I don't think I remember. I think I forgot the bow rifles in the discard pile, but I think Zeb forgot, or I think Mitch forgot it too. I
Well,
don't remember him.
he
Him.
just edged it, so I mean,
Yeah, but it's got Yoda sitting on top of it right now, so he
right.
might. So
Yeah, he might have
yeah,
forgotten. So,
yeah.
oh,
I decided.
you're choosing to let it go. You didn't even try to discard, so he didn't even need to pull the bow rifle back, and you let him
Or
kill.
maybe, yeah, maybe I did remember it was there. I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, he didn't pull it back, so it's basically that you let it do it. Now he's going to
Yeah,
bamboozle. Oh,
yeah, that's not good.
and he's bamboozling on there, and he's going to blow up
He's
something with
doing,
Zeb now.
yeah, he did that mid combat, so you'd
Right.
be able to strike again, and then he kills the guard. And tactics Arden
Right.
again.
And so that should have been. You didn't block with Arden, right? Or did you block with Arden? Yeah, you did block with Arden.
Yeah,
That's right.
Arden was
All right,
in
so he
that
didn't
call.
get the unopposed, so he's getting the
Yeah.
asteroid sanctuary draw there. So now he's sending Luke and the freelance slicer after reawakening, so he's going to get 4 damage on that too.
Yep. And it
And
is
he'll
not looking pretty.
right. So you're going to force lightning Luke. That's good at least. Got
Yeah.
enough, just
I mean,
enough to do that.
yeah, barely.
So he's
Problem
got
is, I've got two objectives with one health left.
yeah,
Not it's looking so pretty.
and he's going to be able to keep balance here because I would assume he'll just commit something. Use May the Force be with you. Now Zeb's he's not elite, so I'm not sure you want to commit him, but I guess got more guns to
Yeah,
defend.
yeah, he doesn't need much damage though at this
Yeah.
point.
All right,
So,
he's going to get the freelance slicer. All right, so Dow will go to 7. Arden's going to still be locked down here. You got one objective down, two more with 4 health on him, Derek. You're living dangerously here. And
yep.
there's a Dark Lord of
Well,
the Sith. That could help a little bit.
yeah, I was fine with that.
You know you got Palpatine.
Yep,
And
there's another library.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt either. More resources. The problem is
Yeah,
Palpatine going to be enough to hold him off?
yeah, I think it really depends on how much he can add. He's got so many freaking resources. He's got
Right,
11, 10, I think, right now if he needs them
right.
next turn.
Now,
So,
he did play both bamboozles, so you don't have to worry about those now. You got rid
yeah,
of both those Yodas. You got rid of a Luke. At that point, you may not have known if he had one or two Lukes. And you
mhm.
played Palpatine, the one that let you take tokens off. So
Yeah.
I think you commit Palpatine here, free up
Y-
Arden, use Power of the Dark Side to do a damage that freelance slicer.
Yeah. That would be the way to do it.
Because you don't have a way to play any more events here. You're focused out, so but at
Yeah.
least it gives you two blockers, and one of them is a pretty darn good one in Palpy, especially with a full stack of edge cards.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any Wookiees right now either.
Yeah.
So,
So he is tried to use a freelance slicer, didn't get anything obviously. Yeah, I think you just commit Palpy
yeah, I think I'm thinking the same thing.
and then free up Arden because she's a Force user. And you get Reawakening on top of that, so maybe you can get rid of something else that could
It's
have been.
been a while.
Yeah. So you discarded a well equipped, it looks like.
I think so. Yeah, I remember thinking both of those cards were not terrific.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been good on Zeb, though.
Oh, yeah. Now, you got Dark Lord of the Sith out there, so you get to focus at least one of his things down with that. But
Yeah, and I've got 4 cards for Edge. I don't remember what they were, but I think at this point I pitched so many of my big Edge cards, I don't know that I have any big ones left.
yeah, well, you could have Vader or something in there.
Yeah.
Or a Visage. You still have one of those. I think you only played one so far, and that got
Mm.
twisted.
I remember hoping for Visage. I don't think I got it. I know I've got.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
he
get,
did let me take my guard back.
oh, yeah, that
Looks
helps
like I forgot.
too. That you cause your guard
Yeah.
back since you won by 3. I
Looks
think
like
you
I
forgot.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot the damage from Power of the Dark
Yeah,
Side. It
and
looks like.
there's 2
Here
Wookiee
come the
warriors.
Wookiees. That's not good.
Well, it isn't good except you got tactics with Palpatine, so
Yeah, and here's the problem.
Chewie is a problem.
Yes. Because now he can bounce damage right back and take out all my guys.
Especially if he's got to let the Wookiee win there.
Yeah. So that's, yeah. This isn't looking so good here.
No. Now, the one thing is, he doesn't have anything with tactics. So,
Yeah, but it's like he can send virtually anything, and the counterattack from Chewie's reaction is just going to nuke me, and I'm not going to be
right.
able to kill Chewie because he can protect to the other guys.
Right. And that Palpatine only has 2 tactics, and he's got a black gun. Like the
Yeah,
other Palpatine might have been better in this situation because you could have focused
right.
things down without shooting them with Wookiee
Yep.
like that. But of course, if he has to let the Wookiee win, it doesn't matter because he can just hit Chewie twice and kill something with the reaction.
Hmm.
But you would have needed a guard then or some kind of protector.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm thinking there's no way I can stop all of that.
Right,
There's
you're
too
almost probably better off letting the first attack go.
well, and the problem is he's got the Zeb has the targeted strike though.
Yeah, but he's only got 2 guns. I guess 3 if you don't randomly discard, but
Yeah, but he can again attach that thing from the discard pile if he remembers.
oh yeah, that's right, because he's still got his
So
he's got a smuggler resource, so he can pull the bow rifle back and get a blast and get a gun or what
hmm
white blast and black gun. It looks like you're rereading the original Chewie there. Come on, Derek, you know what
yeah.
he does.
I do. I was hoping I was misremembering.
Hoping it was the other Chewie that has no blast and just takes the force back. So I mean, the good thing is, well, if he does, the main card you have to fear here is let the Wookiee win. If he doesn't have let the Wookiee win, and you went Edge, you can sacrifice your Palpatine basically and lock down the rest of his board so he can't win.
I think also I'm remembering though I've got a bad edge hand at this point.
Yeah. Well, don't you still have one more Palpatine, or did you pitch that last time?
No, that's the last guy right there.
Okay.
That's the last palp.
Hmm.
So
Well,
I
now he
think
did
if
play
I'm
3
remembering
cards
at
though.
this point, I think I have like 3 or 4 cards right now, but I think Like they're all 1 pip cards.
Uh, yuck. So you're blocking with Palpatine.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
maybe
maybe
you
it's
have
more
something
than
more than
one.
one.
In fact, one of them may be another library.
Yeah. He's put three in. If you have
Yeah.
Visage right now, that would be awesome.
I know. I was so begging for Visage. I don't think it ever showed up, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
other than the one you used before. Oh, wait, you might.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be a Visage.
Is that? Oh
You
yeah,
have
it is.
Visage, but he has a Seeds.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he's
so
going to
much.
Seeds Palpatine. You can Visage Zeb.
But he can cancel it with the blaster.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, he can just discard it and cancel Visage on Zeb.
Yeah.
So that'll let him blow that one up.
Mm-hmm. And then at that point, all I have is Arden, and he can send Chewie, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Right,
I think
because he
because
can
that
bounce
seeds,
stuff.
yeah, that seeds stopped Palpatine from being able to lock his
Right.
board.
Yeah, Seeds was another card I guess I should have thought you should fear. Seeds or let the Wookiee win.
Yeah. Well, he'd already gotten the one,
Yes.
so
So I think he's just. So I guess he attacked. What did he attack? Power of the Dark Side, probably, because of Bones.
I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention when he decided which one he was going to. Yeah, I have to.
Yeah. All
Yeah, I
right.
got my given to anger, which I couldn't play anyway. Yeah, see, like I said, I had only the 1 pip cards.
Right. Yeah. He's gonna try to shoot Arden for one, and he's gonna shoot Palpatine for one, I assume. And he blows
Yeah,
up Bones, and I think you're. And I
yeah,
don't think there's
because
anything you can do at this point.
because even if somehow if I blocked with both and did damage or whatever, he can just put damage onto that one Wookiee, giving it a blast.
Right.
Uh, so yeah, I don't. I think I'm pretty hosed at this point.
Yeah, I think he got you on this one, Derek.
Yeah, I think I'm scooping at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Royal Guard and a two icon card, whatever
Yes.
that other
So
was. So.
your engine wasn't awful, but you couldn't do anything
Yeah,
about seeds. That was the problem.
yeah,
So it's a good
yeah.
win
This,
for Mitch there coming back, and certainly he freelance slicer man. He flipped in tons of resources, like you said. That was
yeah, that gave him all the speed, and this was the first game I really felt, like I said, shafted from the resources, but at the same time, I drew 4 Palps and both Ardens. I mean, how often is that going to happen? You know?
yeah. You had those good things. The problem was you couldn't get them out because you didn't have the
Mhm.
resources to get Palpy out. But I mean, I've certainly seen your deck. It can work really well, especially really against a deck like he had. I mean, the fact he was drawing the resources made the huge difference. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to get out nearly as much stuff, and your Dark Lord of the Sith would have done a lot more work.
Yeah.
But
So
that's just how it goes sometimes. But well played game. Not really many mistakes, or really any mistakes on either side. Again, I mean, a couple times where you kind of casually, like you're playing, take
yeah,
stuff
we
back and
tend
add
to
things.
do
But
that.
that's all right. So yeah, I enjoyed watching it there. And Mitch's deck was pretty interesting with just one Zeb, but he managed to pull them and get to make use of the boat rifle and some other stuff too. So, and
Yeah,
also one Luke.
it was a damn good thing I got rid of that Han with that first reawakening
Right.
too. That could have been really messy.
Right, and he still had those in his deck, so
Hmm.
he didn't draw the other one, but anyway, all right. Well, thanks again for recording these games with you and Mitch out there in Oregon and letting us do the commentary for him and putting up on Yoda's Hut and thanks as always for joining me for commentary, Derek.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
anytime. It is my pleasure.